Hello everyone. In this session we'll talk about data science and machine learning using Python 3. We'll go through a basic demo and have overview about Python libraries. As you know, Python can handle every job from data mining to website construction, also running embedded system, all in one unified language. So you can say that this is the major reason that Python is much beloved by programmers and data scientists. In addition, Python has many of dedicated analytical libraries available today. Means that the data scientists in almost every sector will find packages already tailored to their needs, and they are freely available for download. Let us go a little bit about libraries of Python, mainly pandas. First of all, as you know, Python is a free open source software. Anyone can write a library package to extend its functionality. Pandas are used for everything from importing data from Excel sheet, databases like SQL, Oracle, or from big data players, to processing sets of time series analysis as well. So it's Python pandas can handle a very complex importing information, and also utilizing complex processing sets like time series analysis. Pandas is a common data wrangler tool. Any advanced manipulation can be performed with the pandas powerful data frames. Also, NumPy pandas is built on top of NumPy, one of the earliest libraries behind Python's data science success story. And finally, pandas offering tools and techniques for analysis for scientific data. This is a just overview for pandas under Python libraries. Let us have a demo. This demo, I will build a very basic and simple graph, and then embedded with Microsoft Power BI. Now for prerequisites for this demo, before proceeding with this tutorial, you should have a basic knowledge of writing code in Python programming language using any Python IDE. Also, I have a note here in case while you are trying to do any script under Python, some libraries will not be available because not all libraries installed by default, so you can use pip install. For the people who would like to know how to utilize the pip, just you write down pip under the prompt of Python, pip install, and then library name. Let us say, for example, panda, like what we have now. It's already installed, but it will collecting some information, and it's already saying that requirement already satisfied. Let's start now the demo. I'll create a new package. Let me start with writing a very basic graph. Then, as we mentioned earlier, we will gradually make it complex and have a very complicated scenario related to machine learning and data science under Python libraries. Here, import library called matplot library. It helps us in running the function of graphs. I will utilize here scatter graph. I'll make here array. Let us save these numbers. But here, for example, you can add as an data source. Later on, I will show you how to connect to SQL or Oracle server instead of having it, or you can utilize it different Python functions. And y reflect the y-axis. And let us run the function. X, Y, we pass X, Y, arrays where we mentioned it up, then color, red for example, then marker, let us say star for example. There is a lot of types of markers. Then let us show the graph. Okay. Sorry, here there is P. So I run the graph. If you see here, I have the graph. And I can embed it with any platform. Let us say Microsoft Power BI. Make a new one. Now, in case you don't have Python plug-in within your Microsoft Power BI, then you can add it from options. I will show you. For example, here, options, preview, features, Python. Then you will have the icon here. So I'll paste my graph script, sorry, to reflect the graph under Microsoft Power BI. So here is my graph. Now, in case I'd like to make it more beautiful, for example, I can add title, the title of the graph. So I can, there is a function for title, also labels for the X and Y. Also, there is a lot of functions like axis, ranges, etc. So, for example, if you'd like to add the title, simply I'll call this function and I'll name it example one for instance. And if I'd like to add labels for x-axis, can say it x-axis, for y, when I run it, we find that y-axis, x-axis, and example, and so on. So this is a very basic graph, and how to embed it with Microsoft Power BI. Also, I can in the future, if I'd like to have any changes, simply I can edit it with Visual Studio Code under the Python editor wrapper. Here it's my code, which already embedded within Microsoft Power BI. There is a lot of graph types. You have a 3-dimension, a polar annotation here, some of them connected to SQL Server, Oracle Server. Later on I will show you step by step how to connect data sources through Python. One of also examples requested earlier, how to utilize images within graph, plotting with a specific images. For example, I have logo, or I have a specific image I'd like to do plotting for my scatter like this. Here I'm utilizing Rocket, where I populated from my D drive a PNG image. This is the script which reflect. I'll define functions. There is my arrays, and there is a function image scatter. I utilize it as well. Then run my functions to reflect all my arrays along with a specific image. That's it for now. Later on I will go through more examples, and gradually we will make it more complex and so on. Thank you very much.